Hey everyone, Jurgen J's back, playing and reading through Fate Stay Night Remastered. In between episodes, I went to a convenience store and got myself a delicious looking Ultra Blue Hawaiian Monster, one of the new blue flavors. Or there's only the one, but I'm about to crack this can open. Have a really good time. I also just finished chewing on a couple pieces of strawberry licorice. Oh my gosh. It's a good night, y'all. This game been getting really interesting. So we finished the prologue last episode, and then we are now in Shirou Amiya's point of view. He's now narrating for us, and he is getting adopted by Kiritsugu, and that's where we're at. So let's see what keeps on happening. After taking a sip of that delicious blue monster. Alright, you can say that. It was one thing for him to tell a recently orphaned kid he was a magician. But I was no better the way I was so really bought into it. And that was how my old man adopted me, and how I took the last name Amiya. Shirou Amiya. When I said that name out loud, I felt really proud having the same last name as Kiritsugu. Kiritsugu. I'm dreaming. It's from my childhood. It's probably about 8 years ago, since it's about the time when I talked my old man into making me his apprentice. Kiritsugu had started going away on a regular basis once I was old enough to stay home by myself. He'd always give some childish, unbelievable explanation like, I'm going to go on an adventure around the world. Then he'd actually do it. From then on, that's how it always was. I'm betting Shirou's dad, Kiritsugu, I bet he was also a part of the last Holy Grail War, just like Rin's father was also a part of it. It wasn't unusual for him to be gone for a month, and at times he didn't come home for half a year. The Amiya Mansion is an expensive Japanese samurai-style house, and Kiritsugu and I were the only ones living there. It felt too big and empty for a child like me, and at times, I felt lost. But I liked my life there. Whenever Kiritsugu came home from his trips, he would brag and tell stories like an excited child. How are you and Rin not, like, best friends with each other? Because I know, because from what she talked about earlier, she definitely knows that you are a magician. Y'all lead very similar lives. Why are y'all not, like, best friends? And another child, one who shared his last name, always looked forward to those stories. I may have been alone. Can't you just say yourself? Don't be so prideful about it. I may have been alone in the mansion, but Kiritsugu's stories always helped lessen that. He was always pursuing a dream like a boy. I was wary of his whims, yet at the same time, he always looked radiant to me. Maybe that's why I hoped to be like him one day. Man, this blue monster is hidden. I've taken a few sips of it. It's, oh, man. Man, I love this stuff. Okay. Well, as childish as I might have been, I realized I needed to get my act together, since I had an old man with his head constantly in the clouds. I feel so structured and like rigid so early on in life in a lot of ways. I really hope, granted, maybe this is like quarter life crisis, me talking. I really hope in some ways that I don't know, that I can just do things on a whim. There's a certain way I'd like to live that, not that I'm very happy with the way that I live now, but it's also very confining at times too. So I don't know. I guess I'm trying to say I admire that in other people, that even as they get older, they can still kind of in a responsible way still kind of, pursue what they love and their dreams. Not that I'm not, but I don't know how to word this in the right way. Anyway, whatever. I hear a sound. The heavy rusted hinges on the door creak as it's being pushed open. Light pours in through the crack in the door. Hmm? My mind tries to shake off the slumber. I don't know who this is talking, but Senpai, are you awake? I hear footsteps drawing near and I feel the winter air flowing in. Is this Ren? Nope, Sakura. Okay. Oh, morning, Sakura. I'm gonna keep on doing the Batman thing with him. Yes. Good morning to you too, Senpai. Senpai, it's morning. It's still early, but Miss Fujimura will be mad if she finds you sleeping here. Oh yeah, thanks for waking me up as always. It is no problem. Oh gosh, that blue monster. It is no problem at all. You're always up early in the morning. I don't often get to wake you up like this. It's my pride and joy, Senpai. Ooh. I'm not sure why, but Sakura looks more cheerful than usual. I don't know about that. I think you wake me up more often than you think. Then again, Fujine is brutal when she's the one waking me up, so I prefer you do it. Yep. Oh wait, then again, Fujine is brutal when she's the one waking me up, so I prefer you do it. Yep, I've learned my lesson. I'll try not to sleep in here next time. I answer still half asleep. My head's still not right, so even I don't know what I'm saying. Well, okay, but personally, I prefer you not to try too hard. Sakura is giggling. Crap, I must still be so sleepy. I've said something weird. Give me a minute to wake up. Maybe the morning voice will die down. The cold winter air helps at times like this. The chill snaps my lethargic mind awake, and in front of me stands my junior at school, Sakura Matou. I'm in my house's storehouse, and it's just about 6 o'clock in the morning. Why are you sleeping in your storehouse? Senpai? Yeah, I'm awake now. Sorry, Sakura. I did it again. His morning voice rubbed off. I need to help you with breakfast. Don't worry about that. You were up late again last night, weren't you? Then you should take your time this morning. I'll fix breakfast. Sakura is practically bouncing with excitement. That's odd. Sakura is weirdly energetic this morning. She has a crush on you, that's why. No. I'm getting up. Honest. So let's head to the kitchen together. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go, Sakura. Senpai? Huh? What, is something wrong? No, not exactly, but I believe you should change before you head back inside the house. You're like totally naked. Oh. I finally look at myself. I fell asleep working last night, so I'm still wearing my coveralls. What are you working on? Are you a smith? Oh, do you make swords? That'd be so cool. The coveralls I wear while I'm working are usually dirty. Who knows what Fujine would say or do if I went into the house as is. Okay. Guess I'm not quite awake yet. I must be more out of it than usual. You might be right, which is why you should leave breakfast to me. And you should take it easy, Senpai. Besides, Miss Fujimura would be really angry if she saw the mess here. Yeah, then I'll get changed. So you go on ahead. Okay, I'll be waiting, Senpai. Sakura quickly walks out. Okay then. I'll change in my school uniform first. Then I need to collect all the parts I left scattered around. The storehouse is in the corner of the backyard, and all sorts of junk is crammed in here, including myself. I'm the junkiest junk of them all. Though I've always liked to tinker with gadgets, so the place is a treasure trove to me. The old man forbade me to go into the storehouse, but I ignored his warnings and stuck inside almost every day. Now it's sort of a base for me. So how does he not know, if he just randomly shows up on certain days, how does he not stumble across you being in here? I guess you could call this place my real room. Screw that comfortable mess inside. The massive Amiya house never felt homey to me. but I've always felt at ease in here, surrounded by all this junk. That is true. Sometimes like a cluttered space feels more homey than like a big expanse that's just kind of empty feeling. Besides, it's wasteful. It may be junk, but a lot of it still works. A majority of the things in the storehouse are everyday things, mostly unusable. I like talking to myself a lot, and just talking about this junk. It's so junky in here. I'm not sure whether I brought it all in because I liked it in here, or whether I liked this place because it was full of junk. Either way, I snuck into the storehouse almost daily, and I made sort of a hobby of fixing broken things. So you're not a swordsmith. I'm not the type who gets attached to things. But it just didn't feel right to neglect things that are still usable, or maybe it would be better to say the idea of doing that just bothered me. Which is why I stayed up all night trying to fix a broken stove. Oh, okay. See, the stove kind of looked, I don't know. It looked like you would put like a sword into one of those holes to like get it nice and hot and then take it out, forge it. A forge! Yeah, that's what it's called. I thought it was a forge. I guess I'll be done tomorrow. I say, continuing to talk to myself out loud. Falling asleep midway is proof I'm not concentrating. I try to shake off my self-disgust at that. I gather the parts for the stove and put them back on the shelf of things waiting to get fixed. I like that my morning voice was me being Batman, and this was also me when I was 5 years old. But now I talk like this. Now I'm Deku, or Bakugo, one of those two cringy anime guys. There's no more room though. Once I fix the stove, an old VCR is up next, both of which were destroyed by Fujine. We can set that aside for now. Okay then. I changed into my school uniform. It's oddly green. Looks kind of like All Might in some ways. Since the storehouse is like my own room, I have all the essentials, including changes of clothes, in here. The rest are things like haphazardly drawn blueprints scattered all over the place, and literal junk from my failed attempts at fixing various things. So are you good at fixing this stuff, or are you still kind of bad? Also, there's some sort of pattern carved in the storehouse's floor, perhaps used as some sort of an altar in the past. Like a summoning circle? Maybe that's how you get your servant. I bet this is it's gonna be like all the events leading up to the summoning of not Archer. The Saber. Him summoning Saber, because I bet he summoned Saber. And this is like all the things from his perspective leading up to that point. When in the prologue we got Rin. So maybe he's our actual protagonist, and Rin was just kind of a offshoot there for a bit. Okay, gotta work hard today. I clap my hands in prayer at the storehouse and turn towards the mansion. I walk from the storehouse to the mansion. The Emiya residence is a Japanese samurai-style house located on the outskirts of town. My old man wasn't from a notable family, yet for some reason he owned this giant house. Maybe he won it? Or, like, what does he do for work? Because if he travels so much, he must make a good bit of money. That in itself was a mystery, and it also seems he didn't have any relatives here in Japan. And so when my old man died, there's no one else to inherit this mansion, so it came to me as his adopted son. So... Oh, your dad died? Oh, okay. That was a soft way of putting it. Wait, for you to say he has no relatives in Japan, is that just due to old age, or is his whole family not originally from Japan, even though he has a pretty Japanese-sounding last name? Though to be honest, I don't have any administrative abilities. So things like inheritance, property taxes, and any other complicated adult things are all handled by Old Man Fujimura. Old Man Fujimura is a major businessman who lives nearby. Hiratsuku described Old Man Fujimura as an old man who's like a Yakuza boss. Obviously, that was his own biased view. In fact, Old Man Fujimura is not like a Yakuza boss. He is a... Oh, okay. I want a Yakuza boss to be one of the masters. Please, I hope that's the case. I hope this is a character I get to meet. That may be a problem in itself, but I try not to dwell on it. I've never played any of the Yakuza games. Really like to, though. I grant it's a ways off, because this is a very long game. Like, we literally just technically started it. I'm already trying to think of, like, what I want to do next, if I want to do another visual novel, if I want to do a JRPG or what. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that's why I live in this giant mansion on my own. It's been 5 years since my old man died. Then why do you have to hide in the storehouse? Isn't it kind of like yours to do with as you please now? Time sure does fly. I sigh thinking about how much I've grown in those 5 years, taking a sip of Monster. I trained every day to become like Kiritsugu, but that's easier said than done. It's not surprising since I didn't have what it takes from the start, but the fact that I haven't improved at all these past 5 years forces me to reassess things. If I had to sum up my current situation, I'd say I set the bar too high. What is Schedule 1? Why do you keep on playing Schedule 1, Louis? What is Schedule 1? If I had to sum up my current situation, I'd say I set the bar too high. I haven't even reached the starting line. No, rushing won't do me any good. For now, I just have to do what I can. So when does the magical stuff take place in your life? Or, like, do you actively practice? What I need to do now is... Oh, finally, a decision! I'll take care of my daily tasks. I want to go help Sakura. Right, I need to help Sakura. Making someone younger than me do all the work would be embarrassing, and I feel bad for Sakura coming here so early in the morning. It's finally a game, guys. I finally get to interact with it and not just click space. I mean, I still click space bar, but a little bit more. But I'm too late. Breakfast looks to be done already. The appetizing scent of the breakfast Sakura cooked wafts toward me from the kitchen. This is a very nice looking kitchen. Man, Japan's just so aesthetic. Like, I wish America was like, even like junky, like room, like very trashy looking rooms in Japan and stuff. Just like pictures I've seen of it, or like in anime and stuff. Everything's just so aesthetic. America, everything's just like me or dirty, or like if you're in the country or in rural areas like myself, it feels like dirty and rustic a little bit, and then whenever you're in a more urban area, it just feels grimy and like you feel gross. Sakura finished cooking and she's searching the cupboards for dishes. Sorry, I can at least serve everything, so go and sit down. Oh, you're already here, senpai. I wasn't exactly quick. It's already 10 past 6, and that's when we're usually eating breakfast. So yeah, I overslept. So wait, does Sakura live with him? Live with Shirou? I don't believe that's true. You're not in any school clubs, so it's still early. Clubs have nothing to do with it. And if they do, you coming by in the mornings must be a lot of trouble since you do have morning practice. Oh yeah, she's in the Pew Pew archery club that has a different name than archery. Oh, well, I want to do this, so please, don't worry about me. Yeah, you keep saying that, which is why I wake up early, club or no. If you're coming by, it'd be rude to still be asleep. To me, waking up early is waking up before Sakura gets here, and oversleeping means I make Sakura prepare breakfast on her own, like today. So, do you at least, like, she's using your ingredients, does she at least get to eat it? Like, or is she already eaten? Though stop playing Schedule 1! I mean, you're fine, dude. Oh my gosh. Though this arrangement started only about 1.5 years ago. You, sit, Sakura. The food just needs to be plated and set on the table, so at least let me do that. I stand next to Sakura and pull out the dishes. Sakura has a surprisingly stubborn side, so she won't rest unless I really push. Then let me help. I'll plate the food, so please take out the rice bowl, senpai.
No, I'm saying I'll do it all myself, 'cause I'm a big kid now.
No, you shouldn't. You're the head of this house, so you least can do in the morning is to sit and act all important. Yeah, head of the house, but like by default.
Act all important? I wouldn't be much of a head of the house if I made you do all the work while I sit back now, would I? Come on, go and sit in the sitting room, Sakura.
Well, by all means, please be that kind of head of house. I'm also doing this to pay you back for all the delicious meals you let me eat, so I'd like for you to relax. I like their dynamic. I mean, it's very vanilla, like very quote-unquote bland, like simple, but I do enjoy it.
Hey, we split the cost of groceries. Okay, so she's still buying. So you shouldn't worry about that. In fact, I'm the one who should be thanking you. Ever since you started coming by, I've been eating a lot better. Instead of just instant ramen and soda and all that garbage every day, in and out, I was becoming such a biggie. I weighed, what's a large size for a Japanese man? 180 pounds? They're usually pretty, okay. I don't know. What's like I guess they're usually generally a little shorter. I know that's not just a stereotype. That's actually like true. Their ethnicity is generally shorter. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I knew it. You don't get it, do you, senpai? That's not why your meals here are good. It's because it's with you. Huh? What do you mean?
Yeah, she likes him. How do you have this girl show up every day? Whoa. Why is it going? What? Oh, my mouse just went low. Okay. How do you have this girl over here every day and you don't realize she likes you? No, never mind. But please feel responsible because I can't enjoy a meal anywhere else now.
What? That's a weird thing to say. Blushes intensely, ooh-woo.
What if Fujine heard that? She doesn't get sarcastic jokes.
What if Fujine heard that? My bad. I was supposed to be doing the voice. She doesn't get sarcastic jokes.
You're right. It wouldn't be great if Miss Fujimura heard that.
Right, so don't say stuff like that.
Why would so Fujimura was the Yakuza guy. He has a wife, apparently. Why would either of them be here? Just randomly. I mean, I guess she's here randomly, so what do I know? No, I won't. I won't say things like that so I can help you, right, senpai? Sakura looks me in the eye so naturally and calmly. She calms me like Black Widow and the Hulk in the MCU.
Fine, do what you want. If you want it so badly, I'll have you do everything.
Yes, I will do as I please. Okay, I mean, she wants to, but still.
Honestly, you don't listen to anything I tell you anymore, Sakura. Almost like you're a grown, independent woman.
That's true. Maybe I'm becoming more like Miss Fujimura. She responds softly as she reaches towards the cupboard. Her dark hair gently falls over her shoulder, and the curves of her body catch my eye. See, I called it. I mean, granted, I've called it every time that anyone's had a thing for anyone in this game because I've been saying this entire time that they all have a thing for each other, but...
I can't explain it.
Oh wait, I can't explain it, but it's awkward. I'm not sure if it's our age, but Sakura's been looking more feminine lately. Yeah, that's called puberty, baby. That's called Yugo Wooga when you see nice, attractive lady. And y'all's parts are starting to show that, you know, you got things to attract to. Her casual movements or her profile are so pretty, and I inadvertently avert my eyes.
Senpai?
Stare her down. No, don't. Senpai? Is something the matter? She wants her feminine charm to get to you. She likes you. She wants you, not maybe to be a perv. I'm not saying that. Just, you know, embrace her. Love on her. Not in a physical way, just, you know, not in the way that married people do, but, you know, outside of that.
No, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. Nosebleed.
Honestly, it's baffling. Why the heck am I getting nervous about my friend's younger sister? Because you like her. Which is okay. Sakura is just a really good and considerate younger friend of mine, and she's also someone who I'd really like to go on a date with, and she's someone I need to look after in the form of marriage. She's the younger sister of a friend of mine. We used to be friendly though. Initially, we weren't very close since she's a grade below me. It was only a year and a half ago that our relationship became more what it is now. Sakura started to come and cook meals for me when I got hurt, and things kind of stayed like that. How'd you get hurt? I think this arrangement was supposed to last until I got better, but I guess something or other happened, and somehow she ended up helping out with household chores. Either way, Sakura is a good cook, and her cleaning and laundry skills are perfect. She is literally, like, again, in a stereotypical way, but like in the traditional way, she's acting like your wife. Wife her up. I know you're in high school, maybe you can't legally do that in Japan yet, but like, when y'all get 18, clock's ticking. Having her come early in the morning is a big help, but it's been disconcerting recently. Sakura isn't the problem, it's me. I'm sure being flustered by my friend's sister is part of the reason I feel guilty. Dude, she wants you to feel flustered. Usually I'm unfazed, but when I blush because I get caught off guard like now, I wonder whether that's problematic as her senpai. This is like me watching my students who clearly have crushes on each other try to like interact with each other. It's really funny. It's really cute too, but oh my gosh. I teach middle schoolers. Breakfast is lined up neatly on the table. A perfectly balanced meal of chicken with parsley salad, grilled salmon. Salmon or salmon? How do y'all say it? I kind of can go either way. Blanched spinach, miso soup with radish and carrots, and grated yam soup. Man. Itadakimasu. Sakura and I sit down and bow and begin our meals in silence. The gentle tapping of chopsticks is the only sound in the room. Sakura isn't typically talkative, and I hardly have anything to chat about during meals, because your mouth is full of food. It's almost like, I don't know, that's the way I am when I eat. I don't really talk a lot. So we eat in silence. Normally it's much rowdier than this, but the person who usually causes the commotion, I'm guessing is Fujimura? Must have watched a spy movie or something last night, because she's eyeing the two of us through a newspaper she propped up in front of her food. Where did you come from? This is Miss Fujimura. I take it.
Miss Fujimura, it may not be wise to read while you eat.
Sakura marks diffidently, but Fujine ignores her. Fujine's acting weird, but her being awkward at breakfast isn't really all that weird for her. Sakura's used to it, and she's eaten as if nothing's the matter. Sakura typically cooks up Western dishes. She really only began learning to cook Japanese dishes since she started coming here to help me out. Yeah, I would be trying to learn Japanese dishes, not Western. I mean, Western's good, don't get me wrong, but man, Japanese food, so good. It never misses. Sakura learned to cook simple Japanese dishes, at least for breakfast, because Fujine-san and I prefer them. Now Sakura's cooking skills have improved to the point she's better than me, and I'm the one who is teaching her. That's usually how it goes. Her miso soup is flavored and refined now, and she's even gotten to the point where she can grate yams to make yam soup. She's making all of this from scratch every morning? Dude. Actually, I think today's the first time she's served yam soup.
Sorry, Sakura, could you pass the soy sauce? You're an awful cook despite what all I said, and you didn't season things properly.
Not actually, I'm sure that's perfectly normal.
Here, oh, my senpai, you've run out of the soy sauce you usually use.
Then I can use Fujine's. Pass it over.
Miss Fujimura, do you mind?
Fujine nods. The newspaper shuffles.
Here you go. Are you gonna use it for your yam soup?
Yeah, everyone puts soy sauce on grated yams.
A line of... Oh, wait. That was her that had said that. I don't know what voice to do with her. But anyway, we'll try again later. Don't mind me, I just gotta die real quick. A line of soy sauce streams from the bottle onto the grated white mound. I stir the mixture up, pour it over my rice, and take a bite. The stickiness of the grated yam combined with the intense flavor of the soy sauce. Oh wait, he was doing what I just...
What the? This isn't soy sauce. It's oyster sauce.
Fujine tosses her newspaper onto the table with an enthusiastic flick of her wrist. What'd you think of my little stunt switching the oyster sauce and soy sauce labels first thing in the morning? The not-so-mysterious spy punches the air in victory. Oh, so it was all a ruse.
Who pulls a stunt like that first thing in the morning? You're going to turn 25 this year, but you're still the same child as Fujine I've always known.
Okay, maybe she's the daughter of the Yakuza guy.
That'll teach you a lesson after yesterday. You and everyone else who ganged up on me deserve divine justice.
People can't enact divine justice. I knew you were weirdly quiet. I can't believe you've been plotting this since yesterday. You have entirely too much free time on your hands.
Yeah, it takes so much free time to switch out oyster and soy sauce. Sounds so backbreaking. That's right, and because of that, I really need to get to work grading tests, so I need to skedaddle, or else I'm in real trouble. Fujine sits back down and shovels her breakfast into her mouth. I'm about the same age as her. Thanks for the meal. Breakfast was great as usual, Sakura.
Oh, it was my pleasure.
And now I'm heading off. You two will be in trouble if you're late for school. And off she goes, stomping out in a rush. There's something terribly wrong with a world that allows someone like her to be a teacher. Hey, I'm a bit of a jokester myself. I'm a bit of a goofy guy, you might say. I literally had a student last Friday call me goofy, but a lot of them think I'm insane.
Senpai, now that we're alone, can you kiss me? Kiss me goodbye. Kiss me like you mean it.
Sorry, that Fujine hardly savored the breakfast you took so much work into making.
No, it's not that, what do you do to Miss Fujimura yesterday? She wouldn't usually go so far as to mess with someone's meal.
Well, I accidentally called her by her nickname.
Oh, I guess they're not allowed to do that at school.
Well, I guess there's no avoiding her getting angry again. And you didn't apologize?
Sorry, I forgot, but only because that kind of stuff happens all the time.
Still, not good. You know how much Fujimura hates being called by her nickname? You made her cry again, didn't you?
Not only did I make her cry, she also ran away like a scared rabbit, and thanks to that incident, yesterday's English class ended up being a study hall.
Why would calling her Fujine make a grown woman cry? I don't know the context, so. In fact, everyone in class worked together to make an award for me from their notebook paper because of that. I threw it away, obviously.
Oh my. Sounds like you brought that on yourself then, senpai.
Fujine is like an older sister to Sakura, so she's typically on Fujine's side. Which is fine on its own, but I wish she would consider the fact that I have to deal with Fujine all day long. Fujine was originally an acquaintance of my old man, and she swung by the house pretty frequently since I was adopted. She kept on coming over even after my old man died, and now she acts like a freeloader, eating breakfast and dinner every day.
You're not the one cooking it. What do you mean? You're the freeloader.
Actually, it might have been thanks to Fujine that I was able to make it on my own after my old man died. And now, it is me, Fujine, and Sakura who are the residents of this Amiya house. But at the same time, I'm the only one who knows that my old man was a mage. And then hopefully we'll be learning some more about his magical side on the next episode. Thank you for watching. This has been interesting. We're kind of going back to the like almost slice of life stuff that was going on with Ren before things got a little hectic on her end, but we'll see what happens next time. I'll see you guys later.